Happiness. It's something we all want. But what is it really, and how do we get it? Happiness isn't a destination. It's not something you find once and then have forever. Happiness is a choice. It's something you choose every day. I recently challenged myself to find joy every day for a week. I wanted to see if I could make happiness a habit. Could I find things to be grateful for, even on tough days? Could I prioritize self-care, even when I was busy? I was determined to find out. This wasn't about forcing myself to be happy all the time. That's not realistic. We all experience a range of emotions. Sadness, anger, frustration, these are all part of life. This challenge was about shifting my perspective. It was about focusing on the positive and appreciating the good things, big and small. This journey taught me a lot about myself and about the nature of happiness. It's not always easy to choose joy, but it is always possible. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Life is full of ups and downs. Stress is a normal part of life. Work deadlines, relationship issues, financial worries. These things can take a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. It's easy to get caught up in a cycle of negative thinking. We dwell on our problems. We worry about things we can't control. And this negativity can really impact our happiness. Negative thinking can become a habit. But the good news is, habits can be changed. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts. When you notice yourself thinking negatively, try to reframe the thought. Instead of focusing on the problem, look for the solution, or try to find the lesson in the situation. Another helpful strategy is to challenge your negative thoughts. Are they really true? What evidence do you have? Often, our negative thoughts are based on fear or insecurity, not on reality. Remember, you have the power to choose your thoughts, and your thoughts have the power to shape your reality. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for boosting happiness. When we focus on what we're grateful for, it shifts our perspective. We start to see the good in our lives even when things are tough. It's like putting on a pair of rose-colored glasses. The world looks a little brighter and we feel a little happier. Practicing gratitude is easy. Start a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big things, like your health or your family, or they can be small things, like a beautiful sunset or a delicious cup of coffee. Another way to cultivate gratitude is to express it to others. Tell someone you appreciate them. Write a thank you note. Small gestures of gratitude can go a long way. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll notice things to be grateful for. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Section 4. The gift of self-care. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential. When we take care of ourselves, we're better equipped to handle stress, make good decisions, and show up for the people we care about. Self-care is about making time for the things that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Self-care looks different for everyone. It might be taking a long bath, reading a good book, or spending time in nature. It could be going for a run, practicing yoga, or meditating. The important thing is to find what works for you and make it a priority. Schedule time for self-care just like you'd schedule any other important appointment. And don't be afraid to say no to other commitments. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. Section 5. Living in the now. Our minds are often stuck in the past or worried about the future. We dwell on regrets or anxieties, but the only moment we have control over is the present moment. Living in the now is about being fully present and engaged in whatever you're doing. Mindfulness is a great way to practice living in the present moment. Pay attention to your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch? Focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. When your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the present. There are many mindfulness exercises you can try. You can practice mindfulness while you eat, walk, or even do the dishes. The key is to bring your full attention to the task at hand. Living in the present moment can be challenging at first, but it gets easier with practice, and the benefits are well worth the effort. Section 6. Social media and happiness. Social media can be a double-edged sword. It can be a great way to connect with friends and family, stay informed about current events, and discover new things. But it can also be a source of stress, comparison, and negativity. It's easy to get caught up in the highlight reel of social media. We see the carefully curated versions of people's lives, and we start to compare ourselves. We feel envious or inadequate. This can lead to feelings of unhappiness and dissatisfaction. It's important to remember that social media is not real life. People tend to present the best versions of themselves online. They don't post about their struggles or insecurities, so don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. If social media is making you unhappy, take a break. Unfollow or mute accounts that trigger negative emotions. Set time limits for your social media use, and focus on connecting with people in real life. Section 7. Finding your own joy. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, consistent choices every day that lead you closer to joy. The strategies I've shared, gratitude, self-care, living in the present moment, and managing social media use, are all helpful tools. But ultimately, the key to finding happiness is to figure out what works for you. Experiment with different activities and practices. Pay attention to what brings you joy, and make time for those things. Don't be afraid to try new things. You might be surprised at what you discover. Remember, happiness is a choice. Choose it every day, and don't be afraid to share your journey with others. We can all learn from each other's experiences. What brings you joy? Share your tips in the comments below.